I'm pretty sure you know that Gabrielle Union and her husband Dwayne Wade just had a baby girl via surrogacy. I'm pretty sure you know her story. She has had a horrible time with infertility. She has unfortunately suffered 9 miscarriages. So they opted for the surrogacy route, and I'm so happy for them. Since then, so many people that I've become close to via this platform, so many people that I'm friends with have come to me and asked me how I felt about adoption, how I feel about surrogacy. So I'm going to explain that in this video. Please keep in mind the research that I've done, and I've done my research, is based off of my state, the state that I live in. I live in Maryland. So this stuff is my findings from doing my research here. If you live in another state, even if it's just 45 minutes away in DC, even if it's just an hour and 15 minutes away in Virginia, still do your research, because every state has their own rules, regulations, and requirements when it comes to adoptions and surrogacy. First up, adoption, okay? So, adoption would be easier if we did it through the fostering system. When you do an adoption through the fostering system here in Maryland, it's little to no cost to you. If there is a cost to you, it's no more than $1,500 if it's a cost to you. The reason my wife and I do not want to go through the foster system is, one, there are a lot of children who unfortunately are within the foster system in our state that has a lot of special needs, and that's something that we aren't ready for. And I know some people may be like, oh, that's mean, that's this, that's that. What if you have a baby and it has special needs? Listen, if I give birth and the child has special needs, then that's something that we will deal with then. It's, for me, it would be more comfortable for me to have a newborn with special needs. That way I have time over the years to figure out what treatments is best for him or her, what's the best options for him or her, than it would be to just adopt a special needs child that's 13 and has all of these things wrong with him or her, and I'm just stepping in. So that's one reason we don't want to go through the fostering system. Another reason we do not want to foster is because going through the foster system is heartbreaking. I've known a lot of people who has fostered kids with the hopes of adopting them, and like literally right before the day that they are going to the judge to make the adoption final, the system takes them back and gives them back to the bad parent, or they take them and give them to another family that they feel is better. I don't want to do that, okay? I become attached to my friends' kids when I'm babysitting them, so it's no way in hell I can foster a child, fall in love with that child. I don't care what their age is, fall in love with them, and then boom, my wife and I is about to make this adoption final and the system takes them back. That will crush me. So the foster system is out for me. That is a good program from other people. I know people that do fostering because they give you like a stipend every month or something like that. My wife and I, we both are financially stable. We don't care about the money. Emotionally, fostering will be too much for us. Private adoption. Private adoption can range anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000, and that's the adoption agency fees and the lawyer fees and all of that. I've come across people who have gone through the adoption process who has spent all of this money and they are still on the waiting list to get a child 3, 4, in one case 5 years later. For me, I would love to adopt after my 3 failed IVF. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm terrified to go into IVF number 4. So I would love to adopt, but I will be highly pissed off, okay, if my wife and I spent that type of money and here it is 2019, 2012, 2025 and we still waiting for a baby. No. International adoption is a little cheaper if you go to a foreign country, India, Brazil, all of that. But typically, those countries, in order to adopt, they require you to stay in that country anywhere from 5 to 10 weeks. We both work. We don't have just like jobs. We have like careers. And we have a kid in college. So we can't just pack up and move somewhere for a month or 2. So that's not a likely, that's not happening for us. Okay? When it comes to surrogacy, honestly, if I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, can I keep it 100? Can I keep it like 150? I would love to do a surrogate. With everything I've gone through with my fertility clinic and my first doctor and the failed cycles and my second cycle, my eggs not making it and all of that, I'm terrified to get pregnant. I'm terrified if I get pregnant, am I going to miscarry early? Will I have to go on bed rest? I'm excited to see what happens next on this journey for me, but at the same time, because of everything I've gone through, 9 months of 2017 with my fertility doctor, I'm terrified. But I would love to do surrogacy. The reason surrogacy is not for us is because surrogacy can go up to $100,000. And I'm gonna go down the list of what you're paying for. There is a $17,000 to $25,000 match fee. That is a fee charged by the attorney or an agency for matching you with a gestational surrogate. Your egg's not even in her yet, and you already dished out $25,000. Okay? There is a psychological screening that's anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000. I don't understand why it's more now. Before starting IVF, Shady Grove Fertility, one of their requirements for same-sex couples is a psychological screening. I think that was $250. How is it with a surrogate is $2,500 to $4,000? I don't understand. Your contract preparation and negotiations is an additional $2,500 to $5,000. Your legal fees for the gestational carrier and her husband is $1,600 to $2,000. Criminal background check for the surrogate and her husband is $75 to $150. Court fees is $150 to $250. The gestational carrier fee, which is paid over the course of the pregnancy, is anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000. Maternity clothing allowance is $750 to $1,000. Multiple fee is an additional $2,500 to $7,000 per additional fetus. If you need any additional procedures, such as like a DNC, if the carrier unfortunately miscarries or something, that's an additional $500 to $1,500. If the pregnancy is high risk, or she has complications, or any complications that will lead to the carrier losing her ability to have kids, a hysterectomy is anywhere between $1,000 and $4,500. If the doctor puts her on bed rest, housekeeping, child care, loss of wages, all of that, that has to come out of your pocket. If additional transfers are needed, it's $500 to $1,000 per transfer. The fee for the escrow agent. The escrow agent is who holds the fee for the surrogate. That's $500 to $1,000. Traveling expenses, costs for out-of-town surrogates, whatever. Like if they match us with a surrogate in New York, but she has to come here to Baltimore to do our transfer, we're responsible for her hotel stays, you know, tolls, gas, all of that. And that's the cost for her and her husband if she's married. Any lost wages, like if she works and she's your surrogate, so now she's going on a maternity leave for 3 months, we're responsible for that. So you looking at anywhere between $100,000 and more. So although I would love to do a surrogate, that would be the most comfortable option for me. If I'm gonna be honest, it really would. I gotta hit the Powerball. I'm gonna have to hit that Mega Millions. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that happen. I'm gonna have to make that happen. That's the only way that's gonna happen. So to all of you who have been asking me about adoption and surrogacy and all of that, I appreciate you worrying about my wife and I. I appreciate you for praying for us in our journey. I appreciate all of that. But unless we get $150,000 at least, that's unfortunately not happening. I mean, I'm about to get this tooth pulled out. Maybe I could put it under my pillow and the tooth fairy come, but I don't think she gonna leave me 150 G's. But that's the only way it's gonna happen. So to all of you who keep asking me that, the answer is no. Absolutely not. Absolutely no to adoption, and unfortunately it's no to surrogacy. And no, we don't know anybody who would do that for us, who will carry our baby. I know it's women who would have their best friend, or a friend will offer and things like that, but we don't have anyone who will be willing to do that, and that will cut some costs. And honestly, having a baby is a lot. Being pregnant is a lot. It's a lot on your body. I wouldn't feel comfortable having a friend or a sibling or someone be our surrogate and not pay them to do it. It's kind of weird. For a surrogate, you have to pay, but if you was to buy a baby off Craigslist or something, you're going to jail. It's weird. But that's that. Until next time, bye guys.